Join me right now on Kumite TV is rising Bellator flyweight contender Kristina Williams. What's going on, Kristina?
Oh, not too much. Just got back from the gym not long ago, so excited to do this interview.
Thank you so much. I saw a picture recently of you standing on a horse with one hand raised up and then all the expression on your face. Could you give me some context to that photo?
I was kind of just goofing around and thought it'd be fun. I like to, kind of stand up on my horses sometimes and practice my balance and stuff. So, I don't know, I was just kind of posing like a warrior or something.
Now, let's get into your fighting career. The last time we saw you in the cage was at Bellator 210. You got a very dominant decision victory over Bruna Ellen. Even with a great performance like that, you probably look back and look at your performance, and did you see anything that you could kind of improve upon, or you were not satisfied with?
I definitely wasn't satisfied with my volume because usually I have a lot of volume in my fights. And so as I'm developing as a fighter, like my takedown defense and everything, I was trying to find a balance there. So I think that I would criticize that my volume wasn't there with my takedown defense.
That fight was 8 months ago. Did you take time off, on your own? Like, did you want to take time off, or did you have some fights fall through in that time?
Not necessarily. I ended up getting married in February, and that kind of put me off of like a March fight. So I didn't really want to take that much time off. It just kind of ended up that way.
I saw some videos, you're talking about your wedding, and I saw some videos of like people getting married in a cage, and another couple during their wedding they were sparring, when you dance. Did you see these videos?
I've seen those videos. I thought about doing that, but my dress wasn't gonna work. I wanted to do some jiu-jitsu and boxing, but the dress I chose ended up not working for that. So
that's a dangerous thing. I think it's dangerous for the woman.
A picture with a head kicking him in my dress, so that was good.
All right, cool. Your next fight coming up, Bellator 224. You're facing undefeated Juliana Velasquez. What are your thoughts on her and the skill set she brings?
I think she's a pretty well-rounded fighter, but she likes to stand up like I do, so I think we might have a good time standing up. But I definitely think that I'm not going to underestimate her ground or her takedowns. And she has really good pressure on the wall. She likes to hold people on the wall, clinch, which I like to clinch a lot too. So I think it's going to be a really exciting fight.
Training for this fight, did you add anything new to your regimen? Did you have any new coaches come in, or did you add any new recovery methods? Is there anything?
Yeah, I actually added a lot more strength training and conditioning and a lot more recovery into this camp, and it's been helping a lot. So, and I have my team from last time has grown a lot. I have girls from Oklahoma who Stephanie Dalmacher and Julia Avila and Sarah Alpar who I've been training with, and those are pretty new additions to my team. So that's been really awesome.
Speaking of Julia Avila, she just recently signed with the UFC, and I see that you guys, that crew out there, with Douglas Fry, I've talked to him many times in the past, and he's built such an incredible group of women out there. It's I'm so happy for him and happy for the women to be able to come together, because a lot of times people don't really come together. So how has that been? How has it been to kind of be able to come together and grow as a team like that?
It's been pretty amazing. Since I started working with Doug and Jen Montana and everybody down there, I feel like I've grown a lot as a fighter. And there's just, everybody's there to work to help each other get better. And there's no jealousy that I feel like goes on a lot of times and stuff like that. It's just a very positive work environment.
In your mind, this fight against Velasquez, is it a title eliminator? The reason why I say this is because McFarlane doesn't have a fight coming up. She doesn't have anything booked. Do you see it as something like that?
I definitely think that it could be. I don't know what they're going to do with Beta next, if they're going to have Alima fight her or not. So I'm kind of just waiting. I think that this should be probably. But, yeah, I'm not sure what Bellator is going to do with that.
the flyweight division, recently, the past couple of years, it has become probably the most competitive weight class for the women. What are your thoughts on the rise of the division and the potential of it?
I've seen a lot of talent come like into Bellator and the UFC lately. I think that we're just gonna see better and better people come in. I think it's gonna be. I mean, it's gonna be amazing. There's gonna be a lot better competition and harder competition. So everybody's gonna keep evolving.
Yeah, I think you are in a perfect position too. With your, you are kind of in the beginning of your career, but your skill set is at a high level, and you have a bright future ahead of you. And this division is growing and becoming more popular. It's almost like how the men's lightweight division is. Everybody thinks that the men's lightweight division is most stacked, and I kind of feel that the flyweight division is like that, or it's going to be like that.
Yeah, I definitely think that that's true.
Now, going back to Bellator 224, the main event is going to be a title fight between Julia Budd and Olga Rubin. I just wanted to get your thoughts on that fight and, how it might play out.
I am not really familiar with Olga. I've seen Julia Budd fight. I think she's a very physically strong fighter, and she overpowers people a lot. So I think that Olga is, pretty physically strong too. So I think she's going to give her a challenge. Definitely, I think it's going to be a good fight.
Do you think, I'm just, shooting right here. Do you think that Cyborg is gonna sign with Bellator? Because she said after she's not re-signing her contract before her next fight, and she's like, I'm gonna go test the free agency. Would a fight between Julia Budd and Cyborg be very exciting for the women?
I mean, that would be really cool if Cyborg came to Bellator. I don't know if that would happen, but I think that would definitely, put us way up there, and that would be an amazing fight.
After this fight, when would you like to fight next? How fast would you like to get a turnaround?
I definitely do not want to sit out as long as I have. So I would hope it would be, if it's like a title fight, within 6 months. If not a title fight, probably sooner. Like 3 or 4 months. At least. I would even, if this fight goes well, I would even fight sooner than that. So it really just depends on what's next.
Do you have anybody in mind? I know you're focused on Velasquez, but like you said, there's so much talent coming into the flyweight division. Do you have a list of fighters that you would like to fight?
I mean, I've kind of just been focusing on like the top of the division right now, and seeing where it goes. So I don't really know yet who I would fight. So there's a lot of people coming up though that I've been keeping an eye on. So.
All right, keep your cards close to your chest, right?
Yeah.
All right, July 12th, Bellator 224. Kristina makes her return to the Bellator cage in Thackerville, Oklahoma. Thank you so much, Kristina, for your time, and good luck on your future.
Thank you so much.